Hello friends, and welcome to the tutorial on manipulating lists. At the end of this tutorial, you will be able to concatenate two lists and learn the details of slicing and sliding of lists, sort and reverse lists. So, before beginning this tutorial, we would suggest you to complete the tutorial on getting started with lists. So, let's start IPython in our terminal. Type IPython and hit enter. We have already learned about lists in Python, how to access individual elements in the list, and some of the functions that can be run on the list like maximum, minimum, sum, len, and so on. Now let us learn some of the basic operations that can be performed on lists. We already know how to access individual elements in a list, but what if we have a scenario where we need to get a part of the entire list, or what we call as a slice of the list? Python supports slicing on lists. Let us say I have the list primes equal within brackets, square brackets, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23 and 29. And hit enter. To obtain all the primes between 10 and 20 from the above list of primes, we say primes square brackets 4 colon 8. This gives us all the elements in the list starting from the element with the index 4, which is 11, up to the element with index 8 in the list, but not including the 8th element. So we obtain a slice starting from 11 up to 19th. It is very important to remember that whenever we specify a range of elements in Python, the start index is included and end index is not included. So in the above case, 11, which was the element with the index 4, was included, but 23, which was the element with index 8, was excluded. Pause the video here and try out the following exercise and resume the video. Obtain the primes less than 10 from the list primes. So now switch to terminal for solution. Type primes within square brackets 0 colon 4 and hit enter. It gives us the primes below 10. Generalizing, we can obtain a slice of the list P from the index start up to the index end, but excluding end with the syntax P within brackets start colon stop. So by default the slice fetches all the elements between start and stop, including start but not stop. So as to say, we obtain all the elements between start and stop in step of 1. Python also provides us the functionality to specify the steps in which the slice must be obtained. So we have num is equal to within brackets 0 to 13. If we want to obtain all the odd numbers less than 10 from the list num, we have to start from element with index 1 up to the index 10 in steps of 2. So we type num and then square brackets 1 is to 10 is to 2. That is 1 colon 10 colon 2. When no step is specified, it is assumed to be 1. Similarly, there are default values for start and stop indices as well. We don't specify the start index. It is simply implicitly taken as the first element of the list. So type num within square brackets colon 10. This gives us all the elements from the beginning up to the 10th element, but not including the 10th element in the list. Similarly, if the stop index is not specified, it is implicitly assumed to be the end of the list, including the last element of the list. So type num in square brackets 10 colon. This gives us all elements starting from the 10th element in the list num up to the final element including the last element. To get all the even numbers in the list num, we do num in square brackets colon 2. So now pause the video here, try out the following exercise and resume the video. Obtain all the multiples of 3 from the list num. The solution is on your screen. Num colon 3 gives us all the multiples of 3 from the list. Since every third element in it starting from 0 is divisible by 3. The other basic operation that we can perform on lists is concatenating of 2 or more lists. We can combine 2 lists by using the plus operator. Say we have A is equal to within square brackets 1, 2, 3, 4. B is equal to within square brackets 4, 5, 6, 7. Then type A plus B and hit enter. When we concatenate lists using the plus operator, we get a new list. We can store this list in the new variable, say C. So C is equal to A plus B. Then type C. It is important to observe that the plus operator always returns a new list without altering the list being concatenated in any way. We know that a list is a collection of data. Whenever we have a collection, we run into a situation where we want to sort the collection. List support sort method which sorts the list in place. So type A is equal to 5, 1, 6, 7, then again 7, then 10. Then type A dot sort, then closing brackets. Now the contents of a list A will be, so to know that, type A, then hit enter. As the sort method sorts the elements of list, the original list we had is overwritten or replaced. We have no way to obtain the original list back. One way to avoid this is to keep a copy of the original list in another variable and run the sort method on the list. However, Python also provides a built-in function called sorted which sorts the list which is passed as an argument to it and returns a new sorted list. We can store this sorted list into another list variable. So type A is equal to 5, 1, 6, 7, 7, 10, then hit enter. Then type sorted within brackets A, enter. Now as we said, we can store the sorted list into another list variable. So type SA is equal to sorted within brackets A. Python also provides a reverse method which reverses the list in place. So type A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then A dot reverse within closing brackets. The reverse method reverses the list A and stores the reverse list in a place, that is, in A itself. Let's see the list A. So type A and hit enter. But again the original list is lost. To reverse the list, we could use striding with negative indexing. So type A within square brackets colon colon minus 1. We can also store this new reverse list in another list variable. So for that, pause the video here and try out the exercise and resume the video. Given a list of marks of student in an examination, obtain a list with marks in descending order. So marks are 99, 67, 47, 100, 50, 75 and 62. So now switch to terminal. And type marks is equal to, within square brackets, 99, 67, 47, 100, 50, 75, 62. Now in terminal type sorted within brackets marks, then in square brackets colon -1. Then, or we can use another method. So sorted within brackets marks comma reverse is equal to true. So this brings us to the end of this tutorial. In this tutorial we have learned to obtain parts of list using slicing and striding, concatenate list using the plus operator, sort list using the sort method, use the method reverse to reverse the list. Here are some self-assessment questions for you to solve. First one, given the list primes is equal to 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, and how do you obtain the last 4 primes? The second question, given a list P of unknown length, obtain the first 3 or all if there are fewer or characteristics of it. And the third one, reverse function reverses a list in place, true or false. Now let's look at the answers. And the answers are, first one, the last 4 primes can be obtained from the given list as prime, then within brackets -4 colon. And second question, the first 3 characters can be obtained as P, then in square brackets colon 3. And the third and the final question, the answer is false. The function reverse will reverse a list in a place. So we hope you have enjoyed this tutorial and found it useful. Thank you.